I'm Senator Bob Huff. Thank you for joining me for my capital comment for the week of April 30th, 2012. This institution is deadline driven. We passed one key deadline last week, getting policy bills out of committee. Now we're in a phase where we're looking at fiscal committees, those bills that have some fiscal impact on the budget. Obviously, we're in a fiscally constrained time, so bills that have money in them aren't getting a whole lot of consideration, but amazingly, some of them do get through. So stay tuned. You recall in January, the governor puts out his estimate of what the budget's going to look like, and then in May, he has to come up with a finished budget that goes to the legislature for consideration, and now we have majority vote budget ability. And then we have to have a budget in place by June 15th. So this is another deadline that's very real, and it's coming to us soon. So what does that mean? Well, these numbers from April 15th, from tax day, that day you all love, they're not coming in like we had hoped, certainly not to the estimates. What the governor outlined as a $9.2 billion problem in January is looking to be more a $13 or $14 billion problem now. So Senator Steinberg has previously said he wasn't going to do cuts. He wanted to see how the taxes are going to go, because certainly the Democrat budget is built around $50 billion worth of new taxes over 7 years. He wanted to see how that was going to go, wanted to see how the revenues are coming in. Well, it's not coming in well. So both the governor, who's been calling for cuts for some time, and now Senator Steinberg is talking for cuts also. They're starting to get to the point that we actually have to reduce the scope of government. We've talked a lot about this in the past years. We really haven't cut back much. We have cut back some of the expected growth of government. We're down only about $5 billion from our peak. Not really good when you think about it. So that's what's happening here. But because John Chung, our controller, last year, you recall he said that the budget that we passed was bogus, and he stopped paying until we came up with a real one. That was challenged in the courts. The courts agreed he didn't have the authority to do that. Now Standard & Poor's, our bond rating institution, they say, well, you know, if these guys are going to gin up a bogus budget again and you have no watchdog calling them on it, then they're going to play with the numbers. That's not good for the state or the debt. Therefore, they lowered our bond rating. We're now the worst in the nation. Not good. That drives up our cost of borrowing. But that's how things are going. Stay tuned for the rest of this budget issue, because it's going to continue to develop until we get our budget. Thanks for joining me. I'm Senator Bob Huff.